All right, I'm back. I'm back, man. I thought it was more matches on the card than what it really was. So let me get back to it. Um, so the match that I thought was going to be the match of the night, I thought I had the best storyline coming into SummerSlam was CM Punk, Drew McIntyre. Definitely, in my opinion, had the best storyline coming into into the event tonight. And I was a little disappointed with the match. I mean, it did what it needed to do. Um, my thing with WWE is sometimes things don't develop naturally, where in some of the the dramatic points of a match, they're too dramatic and it takes too long for things to happen in that dramatic sense. And in that dramatic sense, um, a lot more should be happening. Like people aren't. It doesn't take most people that long to comprehend what's happening. So you know it needs to just happen, and a couple seconds to register, and then move on. And I'm not a big fan of promos being cut in the middle of matches and things like that. I mean, I think they were trying to play a homage. I'm talking specifically about the interplay between Seth Franklin Rollins and CM Punk, where I think they were trying to do an homage to Bret and Shawn at SummerSlam '97. But I really think that it made the match just lag, and it's too much story, and we get on with it, So I mean, what happened needed to be done in the match. Um, a great, it was. I think it was a great storyline. It has been a great storyline, great angle. But that beaded thing with for the dog and the wife, like that's very dumb. And CM Punk losing the match because of that, or because Seth Rollins wearing it, that's dumb. And he did what he accused Drew McIntyre of doing for the last couple months, which is dumbing himself out of position. So he did the exact same thing, which he accused Drew McIntyre of doing over. It was dumb to begin with. Like there was nothing more sentimental to you than that 50 Cent bracelet, CM Punk, and I rock with CM Punk, but I guess it was kind of like Bret with the Pirate in '95 when they didn't have too much else going on, and Bret got into the feud with a pirate that stole his jacket. Like you're a millionaire, get a new jacket, like. But it's wrestling, so it is what it is. I wasn't too sold. The match was solid, but the interplay, the drama that happens, you lose me with that. But what needed to be done was done as far as Punk losing, and the reason he lost was because over the dumb bracelet. What need what needed to be done was done. And as far as the book, so I don't want to be too critical of it because largely it's one of the best things we got going in wrestling, and this is just me being super hypercritical of it. Like if he had the dog or something, like and took control of the dog, that'd be a different story. But the bracelet, like, anywho, next match. What did I say in the preview? I'm gonna have to break this in two because it didn't save like I wanted to save the first video I made. So I'm gonna do two videos uploaded to the channel. So SummerSlam Part 1, and this is SummerSlam Part 2. The people who are watching SummerSlam Part 1 don't know what's SummerSlam Part 1 review, but they know now. Well, they do know if they choose to watch this video. But let me not get lost in this whole banter. Next match was Bailey versus Nia Jax. And I gotta admit that was a very good match. Very good women's match. Very good ladies match. And I think it did a number of things as far as it was a good match in the ring. And what I said, what was going to happen, it happened. Nia Jax, I think, Rock said, hey, look out for my cousin, Hunter. And Hunter looked out for his cousin. And I think that it was a good way for Nia to get over with the potential interference with Tiffany Stratton and Bailey foiling that attempt by Stratton, and Nia taking advantage of that foiled attempt to gain that title. Two splashes from the second rope cemented the win for her. So what are they going to do next with it? Tiffany Stratton has the briefcase for the Money in the Bag, and I think Bailey is going to want to regain her title. So I think they can go a number of ways from that match, which is a positive from that match. The next match, I think, was another good match. Peacock was messing up over here for me, so kept going out. I had to switch to another router in the middle of the match, but from what I saw of the match, it was a slobber knocker between Gunther and Damian Priest. Damian Priest impressed me. I said he's boring on the mic, which he is, but I think this was his best match that he had, in my opinion. I haven't seen probably most of his NXT stuff, but his main card stuff, or the PLEs, which I watch, this was his best PLE match that I've seen from him. But Gunther's just raw bones tough, and I wouldn't want to be in a match where he's slapping me across my chest, and nope, I don't want it. I got an appreciation for it, but I just don't want it in my life if I was a competitor. But shout out to them for taking that. Gunther has some color on his chest, legit color. But yeah. So here's another thing about which this is a WWE problem, and as WWE goes, so goes the industry. So in this match, when oh my God, Finn Balor, he came in and interrupted the count for Priest when he put Gunther's leg on the rope. I liked it because I knew something like that was going to happen. It was going to be some interference, which it needed to be. I don't think Gunther should have beaten Priest clean. Had to be some shenanigans, which there were, which further draws the wedge in the judgment line, which I think he needs to be broken off from that. And Rhea could be in it, but she probably needs to be broken off from it. I don't know if she needs it more. Priest doesn't need it, especially when they're doing goofy gimmick stuff, which they've been doing for a while now. So, you don't need your top guys involved in nonsense and foolishness. But going back to the breakup of, the Judgment Day through Finn Balor's actions, it's way too stagey, way too phony. How the camera just focuses in on his face and he's making faces for seemingly minutes at a time, where the match needs to keep going. Not everybody has the visual of the silly face that you're making. The people at the top of the arena, it just looks like nothing's going on. So entertain the audience and not so much the entertain the audience in the arena and not so much the audience in TV land, PLE and land. Yeah, I think that makes a better experience, overall experience, for the match. It just makes more sense than the cameraman just focusing on silly faces for extended periods of time where things need to be happening in the match. But Gunther took advantage of it. I guess Priest dumped himself out of position, which made Gunther take advantage of the whole situation, and Gunther had him not tap out, but no more life, no mas. It's over. Can't go no more. Next match. Actually, they did, Miz and R-Truth come out. They do their thing. Talk about Cleveland. I guess Miz is from Cleveland. They break a record. Some other stuff happened, which I wasn't too interested in, so I'll keep it moving. Waller and Austin Theory, he came out. They did stuff. And then the main event, which I called in the preview, which I'm going to give this match its credit because I think it was a solid match. And I was very impressed by Solo Sikoa in the ring. I thought he delivered when the match was pre-Bloodline rules. It was just like a regular wrestling match, and I thought that was cool. And then the Bloodline stuff happens, and the Tongan brothers, they came in, they did their thing. Cody is Superman, so he kicked out KO and RKO. Is it RKO? Yes, RKO. Is it RKO? Randy Orton came out. He assisted, ran those guys out. Sikoa kicks out of the Cody's finisher. What else happened? Fatu comes out. Jacob Fatu, he's very good. You see what he did? He did that moonsault onto Cody, and it's very believable yet safe. My thought, I'm not taking it. And I really thought he hurt his knee, his ankle, when he did the splash onto Cody onto the table. I was like, oh man. But, when the people don't come out and give him medical assistance, you realize they did that just to take him out, which makes a lot of sense. That makes a whole lot of sense, because what would be the reason for Fatu not to confront who I'm going to talk about now, which is Roman Reigns? He made an appearance, which I said was going to happen. I said either Brock or Roman. Roman came out, made an appearance, did his thing, speared Sikoa, gave a little nod to Cody, and Cody was able to take advantage for the 1, 2, 3. But a great way to avoid that contact between Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns was to injure Jacob Fatu, which was love it. Even though it was very I thought was going to be a lot of bullshit, overbooked. I think the match was booked well, and for the most part, for the entire event of SummerSlam, the show was booked very well. And it advanced storylines, and you can, as a booker, as Triple H, coming out of this event, set up more storylines, which make sense, which make you want to watch Raw or SmackDown as a fan to see what's going to happen next, which could lead to, stuff that happens at, I don't know if they got more international shows this year, but Survivor Series is coming up, and, before we know it, it'll be Rumble season. So a lot can happen just based off the booking of this card, which in its entirety I think was a solid card. I would give it a B plus card, maybe A minus, because I think in terms of modern wrestling, like we had some good stuff, and some very good standout matches that happened. I think Logan Paul, LA Knight, to me is like one of the more standout matches that happened. Um, just off top, it's half an hour, 45 minutes since the show has ended. I'm watching the boxing matches now. I think I'm going to go see my uncle tomorrow. He's a huge boxing head, so I think I'm going to bring him on and talk about the main event for the most part, which is coming up. But yeah, this was my first SummerSlam or PLE pay-per-view review. I think it was, somebody that's been drinking and doing other things for the last couple hours. I think I'm clear and concise for the most part. So, y'all have yourselves a wonderful evening. It's D Davis, Mr. 360, here with Sports Talking Bull stuff. I think I'm pretty early on the grift. Yeah, you gotta give me some props for being early on the grift. So a grift is being able to, I guess, produce content or memes or capitalizing on something that has recently happened. So I gotta do my little capitalization of something that has recently happened. Hopefully, I was looking at at my numbers, and my SummerSlam preview has been my best video. So I guess the wrestling heads is fucking with me, and I hope you continue to fuck with me and continue to look at other videos that I have made. I got some basketball videos. I got some other videos, but check out the channel. More is coming. Like, share, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me what you think. And before I end, I'll say this. I was critical of Damian Priest and Cody Rhodes in my SummerSlam preview. And in the ring, I would say that they both delivered in the ring. And Cody Rhodes retaining his title, we knew that was going to happen because I don't see it coming off of him to, at the very least, Royal Rumble, which I think they're going to keep it on him until Mania, because I guess that's the big money. Of course, it's the big money event. But yeah, him and Damian Priest, they both did well in the ring. Let's see if they can hold the audience with their words. Damian Priest being dry as rye in the summertime in July, and Cody Rhodes being artificial, artificial creation. He's very polished. Someone who does theater and all that stuff. So, it seems like a routine that he's doing, when he's doing what he does. But yeah, I'm going to get back to listening to Motown, because that's what I was doing during SummerSlam, and I'm going to check out the fight. But yeah, peace and good night. D. Davis, 360, Mr. 360, Sports Talking Bull stuff.